Hello, Myers Paranormal. How are you? How are you? How are you? I'm messing with my uh, thingamabobs here. It's a Granny in a bubble tonight. Hi, Emily. Myers says hi to Emily. Let me find me a ghost. I know I have ghost on here. What's this do? Exit? No, that's not what I want to do. Edit the avatar. Let me add something. La la la. Okay, hang on just a second. I'm gonna find something. I don't know what I've got here. I'll be a monkey's uncle. How about let's just do the heart. There we go. What you guys doing? Hi, Michelle. Michelle, thank you for the beautiful yarn. I'm going to make me something really cute with that. Probably a couple of bunny rabbits or something. Love it, love it, love it. Colin said, Mom, he came carrying that in the house. He said, it's probably from Michelle Schleeper. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love it, love it. So what's everybody up to? What you guys doing? Let's see if I get about 10 folks in here, and then I'll drop the link. Let's see if the Southern Belle comes in or somebody. Let's see what's going on. I'm not feeling real good tonight. I don't know what's wrong with me. Are you crocheting a bit, Michelle? I have been crocheting a lot, maybe too much. Maybe that's why I don't feel real good. Could either be that or I don't know. Just kind of feeling kind of weak. Myers, are you blue, by the way? I thought I turned you blue. Let me see. I don't know if I did. Let me see. Over on the YouTube side. Connection of Lives and Interest 2020. Hello, I'm your 6th thumbs up here for our first live of yours. Hope all is well. Okay. Well, if you come back again, hey, Enid. You look familiar. Hello, I'm your 6th thumbs up here for the first live of yours. Hope you're well. First live. Well, let me turn you blue because you look familiar. And here we go. All right. So we got 6 folks. We get 10 in here. I'll drop the link. At least 10. Oh, goodness. How's everybody doing? Well, hello, St. Paul. St. Paul, Minneapolis? Or St. Paul, the actual St. Paul? What's everybody up to? I'm a friend of Miss Sunbells. Okay. Well, that looks familiar, but I'm an old lady, and I can't remember from one day to the next. I always saw what thumbs up I am. Oh, you always say what thumbs up you are. Oh, okay. Well, where is Miss Hootie Tootie, Miss Southern Belle? Ooh, I heard something outside. The ghosts are trying to come in. I have 3 birds. 3 birds, 2 dogs, 1 fish. 2 kids. How's your dad outside? Well, there sure is a lot of noise out on that porch. Is the wind blowing? Hear all kinds of things out on the porch. I better turn on the spirit box. What do you think? Anybody want me to turn on the spirit box and see if we can get anything? My friends keep dying. Hi, Victoria. Good evening. Just seen you going live, hon. Yet on my way to bed. God bless, hon. I hit that thumbs up. Thank you, darling. Enid saying hi to Michelle. There is a lot of noise. We have a 13-year-old male Shih Tzu named Cosmo. Sweet name. Something going on out on my porch. I'm about ready to turn on my spirit box. It might be a ghost. It might be a raccoon. It might be a home invader. It could even be a monster. I don't know what it is. Or it could be the wind. But I don't think the wind's blowing. What is it? It's very noisy out there. So, if anybody wants to come up, I guess. Yes, I've been watching your channel. I've been watching you guys doing some good stuff. Now, don't tell me your wife's name. I know it. Now I forgot it. You're Steven, and don't tell me. Oh, I want to say Ashley, but that's not right. Oh, there it went again. It sounds like fireworks. Don't tell me, Myers. Don't tell me, Steven. Steven and I can't remember her name. It's S. Okay, tell me. Some. I've been watching you guys, but now I forgot her name. I'll drop that link. Oh, I feel so bad. Samantha. I mean, no. Um, oh my God. I'm losing it. I've been watching you guys, and now I can't think of your what. Don't tell me. Autumn, yes, Autumn. Oh, why? I said Ashley. I was close. I knew it was something like that. But I'm sorry. Tell her I'm sorry. Tell Autumn I'm sorry. I was Ashley though. I was close. I was close. I used to babysit a little girl named Autumn, and then I knew another little girl that was in my class in one of my classes named Autumn. Lots of Autumns, lots of Ashleys. Here comes Emily Pooh. Now she's going to be in a bubble. Hi, Emily, in a bubble. How are you?
Good,
What you
you?
doing? Oh, dear Lord Jesus. I just dropped something very important. Oh, well, it was just my magnetic pin cushion, so I'm sure all of my pins fell off the floor. Oh, well, I was about to start putting them in a stuffed animal for a voodoo doll, but I guess I better not do that. At least it was an Amber. Oh, that gets her. That's my daughter's name, Amber. Anyway, what you doing, Emily?
Just chilling.
Chilling, chilling, and dealing.
Like a villain.
Chilling like a villain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like just like out of it today.
Why? What happened?
Nothing. I'm just don't feel good. I mean, I don't feel bad, but I don't feel good. You
Well, I feel
know
better
the
than I did yesterday. Yesterday, my hip was hurting so bad I was crying.
you know how you get where you're just like, well, God bless your heart. I hope you're feeling better. I had to take my
Yeah.
Azamet and totally clean my mouth so I don't catch thrush. Yeah, you got to do that. I don't
Mine,
know.
mine's from Ehlers-Danlos, though. I have Ehlers-Danlos, and it can affect my joints,
Yeah,
and sometimes it affects my hip, and so it can be painful at times.
I bet. I had my B12 shot day before yesterday, and then I had my vitamin B12 shot, and then it was time for my once a week vitamin D, and I still don't feel good. So I don't know what the deal is. I guess it's just old age. And I don't usually feel bad, really, you know? So who
Yeah.
knows? My dog did scratch my arm. Oh, that's hurting. Burns like fire. Hi, Jenny Sue. How are you?
Did you put some peroxide on it?
Yeah, I put some peroxide on it first, and then I put that Mercurochrome stuff, that red stuff you put on with antiseptic stuff or whatever, and put a band-aid, but it's really, really sore. Uh, she didn't mean to scratch me. She just jumps. She needs her nails clipped, but she won't hold still for that. And I'm gonna have to take her in and get her professionally groomed. But you guys can all be dropping your links, by the way, if you want to. I just popped on just for the heck of it. Oh, I don't know. I do not know. I haven't went on my outing yet this week, so I think that might be what's wrong. I need to get out of the house, but all it does is rain. How's your weather, Emily?
It's hot.
Did you have those tornadoes were pretty close to you down in Alabama? I've seen where
They
there
were
was
close
one.
to me. They weren't quite where I was at.
Huh?
They weren't quite where I was at.
Yeah, I heard there was one there, and thank you, Jenny baby, Jenny baby, Jenny baby baby, Jenny Sue. Uh, yeah, Mississippi really got them, didn't they? Whew.
Yeah, they did.
I just joined your YouTube family and will be there soon to watch, comment, and like soon so it sticks. All right, connections. I don't know who you're talking to. You're probably talking to, oh, you're talking to Jenny. You're talking to Jenny, I guess. But, oh, that's so sad about David Browning passing away.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he passed away. It was on, his sister had put it on his Facebook page. Enid's one that first told me. And, okay, Myers, Stephen, thanks for coming, and tell Autumn I'm tired. Tell Autumn I'm sorry for messing up her name. But, yeah, I went over to his page, his YouTube page, and stuff, and she had a thing up on there and stuff. Yeah, many prayers for the people in Mississippi.
What
That's,
was the YouTube name?
huh?
What was the YouTube name?
Uh, what do you mean, David Browning?
Yeah.
Yeah, David Browning, the bearded yarn dude. He was on a lot of my lives. He used to be on a lot of my,
Oh, you
come on my
passed
lives a
away?
lot. Yeah, David.
Oh, man.
Yep. He broke his hip, and I don't know what exactly, if it was, he was, I don't know. I got to go back and read her what she said. I can't remember everything she said. Uh, but if you go to his Facebook page, David Browning, um, she's got a, says what happened. Well, she don't really go into detail, but Yeah, he's got some old blue cars for his back picture. She says, God, he had 1,400 friends. For those of you who don't know me, I am David's sister Lynn, or Susan, as you'll see above. I wanted to pass on the sad news, this was 4 days ago, that my brother has passed away. He was peaceful and in no discomfort. I saw all the texts missing him in passing love and told him. There will be a memorial service at a later date, but in lieu of flowers, he would rather a donation be made to your local animal shelter in his memory. The bearded yarn dude. Yeah, he loved animals. He loved dogs.
I can't believe he's gone.
I know. He was the same age as I am.
He was a cool
And
dude
yeah, he was.
because he had some
Yeah, there's
pretty cool crocheting videos. David Browning, bearded yarn dudes. Isn't that his YouTube name?
yeah. Yeah, there's a picture of him holding puppies on here. And yeah. I used to talk to David all the time.
I can't believe he's gone. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's sad. He was a sweet guy. Bless his heart. Well, yeah, they always say, well, they're in a better place. They
I'm not
really,
seeing on his page about his sister. I'm not seeing it.
yeah, it's David Browning, Browning, and then she's got made the top post. Yeah, Susan Browning, and then she says David Browning under that. Because he hadn't been on for a long time. Sad.
He's got 2,260 subscribers.
Now he's got 1,400 and something. That might be an older page or something.
This must be the older page.
Yeah. Terribly sad.
I don't know
Life
which one.
is short. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't want to live to be 90. Even if I had quality of life to live 90, I wouldn't want to do it. When you get about 60, you really, people that I've talked to, is when you really start thinking about getting older and kicking the bucket. Because, I don't really have any quality of life. All I do is sit here and go out for an outing every once in a while, but my knee is what done it to me. Oh, I don't know, but we'll live. We can only live till we die, so that's all we can do.
On a page, so I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, want me to send the page to you in Messenger?
Yeah, would you?
Yeah, let me see here. Gotta find Miss Emily first. There she is. Okay, let me go copy and paste his page. Colin, please.
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, let's see.
There's a lot of David Browning.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Stop. It's not what I want to do. Okay. Well, I'm gonna push. Let me see. Why does it not want me to share? Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Just a minute. Copy link. Okay. Now go to Messenger and go to Emily. Emily. And paste it. Okay. I just sent it to you. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Hi, Cynthia.
I'm going to go to it and watch it and come back.
Okay, huh?
Okay, bye.
Okay. I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come over. Come up. I got a bellyache calendar, but I don't know why, because I didn't hardly eat anything. Connection of lives and interests says, oh my gosh, you just celebrated my big 60 and you're correct about what you think about. Yeah. And, 60 ain't really young.
Well, here's the thing.
And it's not as old as we could get, but you start thinking about a lot of things. 50 I did too, but 60 I really did.
Well, here's the thing.
Thinking about.
Freedom isn't free.
Now don't be coming in here and farting and stuff. Colin. Right.
Farting and shit.
Ah!
The D that should be.
I'm gonna smack him. I really am. There's the linker dinker if anybody wants to come up. What you doing, Cynthia? Stella, what you doing over there, you goofy? Come here. Come here, brat dog. Oh, God, honey. Wait till 70. I don't think I'll make it. I really don't. I don't even know if I want to. Now, I'm not trying to be negative, but if it's anything like the last 60 years have been, forget it. Thinking sucks, not being 70. Oh. If I'm in this bad a shape at 60, I sure ain't making it to 70, and it's my own dang fault. Connection says, hi, Cynthia. I just joined your YouTube family. I'll be over soon to watch, like, and comment soon so it sticks. You will be doing more videos soon. Will you be doing more videos? I wish you would do more videos because Cynthia's awesome. Awesome.
Awesome sauce.
Gosh, people just keep dying around me. I got, here's Anna. Just so many people, like 6 people in the last month. What you doing, girl?
Let me turn this down. I'm playing Animal Crossing.
Guess what I got? Colin bought me today at the Walmart store.
Switch?
At the Walmart store.
Ow.
He bought me 2 black embroidery flosses and 1 red. I was gonna.
Are you gonna start cross stitching?
No, I need it for embroidering my faces on my dolls.
Oh.
I basically just use black and red,
Mm-hmm.
and because I have a whole bunch of, have like 4 little wraps. I call them wraps of beige, but anyway. He said, you want this package? I said, how much is the package? How many was in that package? 24, Colin? Of that embroidery thread. It's $5, $5.12 or something like that. And I said, no, I don't need that much. I'll never use it. It just rot. Connection says, Noni, I hear you. I'm ready anytime. Celebrate when I go. Yeah, celebrate when I go. I told them that if they have a funeral, if I kick the bucket before they do and they have some memorial and funeral, I am definitely coming back and haunting them, and it won't be in a good way.
They need to put that
I don't like them. I think funerals are really stupid. You know why? Because a lot of people, they just come to rubberneck and to be nosy. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
I don't go to funerals. I don't go to them. I did not go to funerals.
I haven't gone to.
Huh?
I haven't gone to a funeral in a very long time.
I go to parents. I went to my best friend's husband's, but I didn't go to hers because I told her when she passed away, I won't be coming to your funeral. Because people are just. Hi, Jim. People are just. I just don't like them. I don't think there's any use in it. It's just a big family reunion and a big family get together, or big, What you doing, Jen? Okay, Jen says she can't go. That's okay, sweetie. I'm sure your videos are fine. I always say, be you. Oh boy, do I be myself. I'm a total idiot. I'm a total idiot and don't care what my put up there. I just put it up there and say, what the heck, if it gets a view, it gets a view. If it don't, it don't. Right, Enid?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I told you. Wait. Oh,
Yeah, you
I
told
told
me a
you
little
my
bit
crazy
ago.
funeral story, right?
Huh?
I told you my crazy funeral story, right?
Your crazy funeral story? Why'd you go to a funeral today?
No, it was like
Oh,
94.
yeah.
I don't remember, somewhere back then. So I'm not sure how to sum this up, but I had some kind of relatives, and they were really
Well,
old, like way like late 80s, in the late 80s kind of a thing. So my I think my great uncle kicked off first. No, wait, I can't remember.
I'll come to
Anyway,
the grave
I
connection.
digress. So one of them died first, and so I was only like 20 or 21, and so I had to go to his funeral, and I'd never been to a funeral before, so the whole thing freaked me right out because I wasn't used to it. And so I go and sit and it wasn't a church, it was a funeral home. So I sat down on a pew, they had bench pew things, and I sat down, probably wringing my hands because I'm an anxious bag of nerves at the best of times. I'm sitting there, and I look over, and I can't remember if he sat down, and that's why I noticed, or he was there. I forget. But I look over, I almost fainted. Like I started getting tunnel vision, and I could feel like I was about to keel over because my great uncle was sitting there on the pew beside me, like just like maybe a couple feet away. I couldn't speak. Like I lost the ability
Is
to
he the dead guy?
um no, he was alive. So and I'm
Oh, it's
like I'm
alive.
you can
I mean,
imagine
to laugh for a minute. I
21
thought,
years old, skinny as a rail, and get like I think my mouth was moving like a fish out of water. You know how their mouth moves, like because I couldn't
yeah.
speak. I was completely horrified. So I'm staring at him, and then somebody came and saw the look on my face. That's when I found out my great uncle had an identical cousin, identical twin
Wow. That's why you were freaking out.
brother, and I had no idea, and half the family had no idea. It scared the absolute um bejesus out of me. He was absolute carbon. He even dressed the same. It was
Oh.
freaky. Scared the
Right.
absolute donk donk.
That's why, yeah, that's why you were freaking. I was like, because he looked
Yeah,
like
it
him.
was him. I mean, it was exactly like him. So my brain couldn't comprehend that because no one had said that he had he never told me he had a twin. And I'd met him several times. I'd gone to the house, him and my great aunt, and she her aunt, like, her parents were English, so she had African violets, like very well maintained African violets, and she liked tea and like little cookies and stuff like that. She was 90 pounds and barely 5 feet tall. I'm very small, and I'm almost 5'9". So I feel like I was gonna crush her because she was just like so small. But yeah, he never told me. Otherwise, I would have figured it out. But I can't even I'm surprised I didn't pass out because that's a terrible fright. Like if you go to somebody's funeral and you look over and they're sitting beside you, that's um shocking.
Well,
I
I'm not going to no more. I don't care who it is, whatever. If Kim goes before I go, I'm just going to have him cremated, have them do cremation and disposal. And now I've paid for cremation and disposal, and that means they can't have my ashes. They just burn me and dump them down in the ditch or wherever they dump them. And
Hmm.
if Kim goes before I go, I sure ain't having him no memorial. And they better not have me one either, because I will come to the graveyard and talk to him. I ain't gonna visit him in the funeral home. I don't want to see their coffin. And I'm just such a bee. I'll talk to them at the graveyard. You know me. But I ain't going to the funeral.
Yeah, my
Let's see.
grandpa died. Was it 2016? I can't remember. I think it was. And I couldn't go because I don't live near any of those people, and for some reason he chose to be cremated. I never asked who that was, but um he had a gun salute because he was a World War II veteran. So
Yeah, my dad did too, but my brother didn't want to have one for my dad. And he said, no, I don't want to do that. And I don't want, Dad wouldn't want that. And I said, baloney if he wouldn't. And me and my sisters were sitting there and he said, no, I don't want to. And I said, well, what do we want? So, but then afterwards, he said he was glad he did it. But the last funeral I went to was my friend Jerry. She died at 53. And that's the one that we were playing with the Ouija board when we were 8 years old. And we asked it how old I would be when I died, and it said 53. Anyway, she was the one that died at 53. So that was kind of weird.
Oh, many
Those
times ago.
Those things are fake. Those are just a toy. People, I
Yeah.
got one underneath my bed over there. They're just a toy. They don't mean nothing.
True. But when I was a teen, I was pretty skeptical as a teenager. Still have a large degree of skepticism for a lot of things, but friends and I were goofing around with the Ouija board, and this is like probably 1990. I'm not certain.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Maybe 91. And so we're goofing. We're my friend and me's bedroom, and she had like home stereos back then were multiple parts, so you'd have it on like some kind of shelf because it was complicated, or maybe she had a boombox. I just remember this big stereo thing on like a bookshelf or something, and so we're goofing around with this Ouija board, and the volume on her stereo started turning up by itself. I'm not making this up. Nobody was near it. Nobody touched it. Nobody bumped the power cord or anything like that. It scared the absolute bronconok out of all of us. And I remember just getting up, screaming, and running out of the room because it was so freaky. The volume just started going up. Like, we didn't see the volume control was this knob thing. I don't remember seeing that move because that would have been crazy, but the volume was going up by itself. Come to find out, that could be just like an electrical surge or something like that.
It also could have been spirit. It could have been paranormal too. Now, when I was a kid, we used to have seances all the time. We would. It was so weird. We would get a candle and we'd light it. We'd have slumber parties and we'd find a picture, we'd get in my mom's pictures and we'd find a picture. We'd light a candle and we'd all sit around and hold hands and have seances. We didn't even know what we were doing, watching all those movies. But I'll tell you one time I saw the weirdest thing. I'll never forget it. I had this friend and she was a Pentecostal. And I mean, when you go to a Pentecostal church, you go to church now. You really feel like you've been to church because they sing and speak in tongues and hoop and holler and carry on. And I like it. But anyway, me and her were out. We were doing something. We weren't out. We weren't like doing the bars or anything because she was religious and I was semi. But we were just out Walmart shopping and went to JCPenney and she got this was back in the late 80s, but she had a cell phone and it weighed about 5 pounds. Couldn't believe it. First person I ever knew that had one of them great big old ones that's as big as a shoe,
Mm-hmm.
So I got called from somebody's house and they had real bad reception,
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, she could make it out to come to this lady's house they were going to pray for. And this little old woman was about. So we went there and she said, just say a prayer and brace yourself because no telling what you'll see. And I'm like, what am I going to see? And she said, just brace yourself. So anyway, this little old lady was about 90 pounds, soaking wet. and she was possessed by something. I don't know what it was. She was bending over backward. Her whole back was bending over. She picked the refrigerator up, and threw it through the wall.
What?
I am serious as a heart attack.
Good Lord.
They were praying for her.
She
She was
wasn't PCP.
no, she was like 90 years old,
I
and
know.
she was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. She picked that refrigerator up in her arms and threw it through the wall. Seen it with my own eyes, and I almost fainted.
Good Lord.
And she picked up the table with one hand, the kitchen table with one hand, just like she was picking up a book. Like she grabbed it with the four fingers underneath the table and then the thumb on the top and picked it up and held it over her head. Yeah. I've never seen anything like that before in my life. But I'll tell you what, and my mother and father-in-law, they have told me stories about stuff they saw when they were kids because they were the old Pentecostal people that they were their families.
Mhm.
And it was crazy. It was wild. And yes, funerals do cost a lot of money. Now I have I call it death insurance. It's life insurance, but I don't know why I call it death insurance, but Kim has more than me. So, no, never mind. Mine are just barely paid for a funeral. But, yeah, my dad's funeral was $5,000, and most of them are like $10,000.
Wow.
It was only five. That wasn't bad though. That was the coffin and everything, and the price that the Undertaker's price. But the reason why he did it for $5,000 because he was such a good friend to our family, So it would have cost about 12, but he said I'll bury your dad and do everything, and because mom and dad already had their lots and everything. My dad's still got our plots. My dad's got several. I think he's running out of spaces though, but that's all right because I'm going to get burnt. My mom used to say, I don't want to get burnt. I don't want to burn twice. And we used to get on to her. We'd say, Mother, don't say that. Yeah, she'd say, I don't want to get cremated. I don't want to burn twice. She was ornery.
Mm-hmm.
We had
your mother, she sounded like she was a complete hoot.
She was. The crematorium is just like not even a mile from our house.
Holy
And we
cow.
smell some and we smell some weird smells, let me tell you. And
Right.
we have there's the crematorium, and then there's UPS, and then there's an Amazon store, like where people bring things back to Amazon, and they have those outlet stores where you can just go in and buy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And there's one of those. It used to be what we call a dent and scratch store where they sold food like tray, where the food cans might be dented. It was good. Food was okay, but just and weird foods. But one time we pulled back there to go when it was I-44 surplus store. We pulled back there, and right when we pulled back behind, because you could turn in this thing behind the crematorium, we didn't expect to see what we saw. They were pushing. Of course, we didn't see the body, but they had like a garage door, and it had it open because it was like summertime, and they were pushing a body. They had a body on the conveyor belt thing, and they had the furnace open to the fire, and the box was going into the furnace because they put it in like a cardboard box. And then when I went up there to get my cremation thing and talk to the guy, the stories he told me, what you have to do to my body. I told you about that.
Mm-hmm. A long time ago, I had a friend who worked at a cemetery, and I heard some crazy stories from that guy. I've forgotten a lot of it, but I don't think on it. It'll come back to me because I was dismayed. It was really gross.
Well, they told me they'd have to break my arms.
Why? Because you're
because I'm big. They have the fat furnace and they have the skinny furnace.
What?
They have a fat oven and a skinny oven. I'll have to be in the fat oven.
Chicken versus like a whole cow or something.
A lot of crematoriums, they don't do that. They don't have to break your arms, but it's easier for them to deal with your body. Like they told me I would fit, but it's easier for them to just bring your arms across your body and break it. Now that they don't do it, the hospital does it and they wrap the people, you know,
Hmm.
and then they put them. Some do it and some don't. Like here in Missouri, you can have your own funeral. You don't have to be embalmed. You don't have to. If you go to a funeral home, you do. They'll automatically do it. But you could actually bring your body home and wash it and get a box, just a regular cardboard box, and wash the body and have your funeral right in your home. But I don't want to because knowing me, I'll have some kind of dead disease that'll kill everybody, and my dead carcass will still be spreading it. But anyway, yeah, we can be buried right here on our property because we have more than 5 acres or 10 acres or whatever it is. But Missouri doesn't. You can do whatever you want.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'll tell you what, people. First of all, there's two things I can't imagine ever doing for a living. Number one, gynecologist. Disgusting. And that's the worst. And number two,
What about proctologist?
huh?
What about
Either an ass
proctologist?
doctor, either an ass doctor or a cooch doctor. I could not be either one of those. especially the who especially the hoo-ha doctor. That's disgusting. I don't even want to see my own. But it's beside the point. And, and then an undertaker. Can you imagine how disgusting?
Ew. Or like work for the coroner's office. That'd be really.
I would rather work for the coroner.
Went into that line of work, and I heard some.
Oh yeah, because you'd have to. Yeah, because you'd have to see the dead carcass right after it dies and stuff if you're a coroner.
Horrible, horrifyingly bad car accidents and really,
yeah,
dark stuff.
I remember my dad was in the hospital. It was like back in 2008, 7 or 8 or something like that. I'm serious, connection. Honey, you ain't seen the half of it yet. Come more often. If you think this is funny, you get in here when Belle's in here and all of us together. You ain't seen nothing yet, darling. We get real funny. If somebody message that Belle and tell her to get her tail end over here.
She's gonna.
But anyway, my dad.
Whatchamacallit? I think it's a premiere at 11 p.m. or something. I'll be dead, so I'll be asleep by then. So somebody else will have to pop in there.
I was over there at that, but it got over with. But it was in 2008, and my dad was 2007, 2008. And my dad was in the hospital, and that's when I was telling you about he had that. He was had medical induced dementia when they put him and my mom in a room together. Well, before they put him and my mom in the room together, he had this roommate, this little guy, and he was real funny and stuff, and he'd talk to us. Dad was in the hospital with him for like 2 weeks in that room, and my dad was just getting to where he could, and they were taking him off that medication, so he was getting to where he could communicate again with us. And I think he was talking to the guy that was in the bed next to him, and the nurses had just been in there giving that little old guy a bath. And so after he got done taking the bath, he was talking to my dad, and he said, "Mr. Wilson, could you call the nurse? I can't move." And my dad was hard of hearing, and he didn't have his hearing aid in. And he said, "Did you say something?" And he was telling my dad to call the nurse. And so my dad could barely hear him, but he knew he needed some help, because then all of a sudden my dad, it'd have to be a loud sound before my dad could hear it. I guess he fell out of the bed or something. And like the bath tray or whatever, the nurse hadn't taken it out. It hit the floor and made noise. So my dad grabbed his button, and he had died. So what they cleaned him up and put clean pajamas on him, and he was laying in the bed, because they leave him laying in the bed until their family gets there to see him. And my sister had come up after he died, and when we came in, my dad said, girls don't go over there to talk to whatever his name is, because we'd always come in and say hi to him. He said he died about 2 hours ago, and we're like, what? I said, he's still in there? And Dad said, yeah, he's still in his bed there waiting for his family to come and see him. So I just couldn't help myself. I had to go look at him. And he just looked like he was asleep. It was nothing really, And Dad said, well, hell, pull that curtain back and let's all look at him. So, we weren't being morbid or anything. I guess we were, but he was all cleaned up. They had his blanket folded down. He had his hands crossed over.
There's a tarantula in the Animal Crossing game. It makes me say bad words. I'll keep talking, okay?
Are you going to? Oh, she's got a cuss. She'll be right back after these messages. Oh, Lord. Oh, they must all need counseling. Well, I need counseling. I also need professional help.
Ooh, I caught him.
Did you? Let's see what Belle's doing.
Little, that was scary. Ugh.
March 25th is
Animal Crossing, and
he must.
Here, and so you'd be out, doing stuff, and then all of a sudden there'll be one sneaking around, and then it will jump at you and bite you, and then you faint, and then you get sent back to your house. It stresses me out. But I rebooted my island on my Switch Lite. I have 2 Switches because it was my daughter had ruined it. The old island, it was bad. So I have to build up my museum with like fossils and fish and bugs and artwork.
Oh yeah.
And dive for critters and it's a whole thing. So
I told Bella it's live, but she's been having problems with her. I think her rosacea on her face she's having problems with that. No people work with the dead. God, I guess they don't, because that's just something they do. But our friend that's from our hometown, he did it because his father did. I mean, there's good money in it. But I remember going to my dad's house when I used to take care of my dad before he passed away, and in the mornings he would always be taking people out of the hearse because he'd go up and pick them up, and you'd see it'd be in their body bag, and I was always like, oh God, I don't want to see that.
No.
But it is what it is, I guess. Crazy.
You see like a dead wildlife animal, like be out walking, see a whatever, makes me sad. Like
makes me sad if it's like a bunny rabbit or a squirrel or even a skunk and a bigger animal. Not little ones, but it's just, especially dogs. Dogs really.
A dead rat, it made me sad. So there we go.
Well, I used to get them in the trap, and I told you about that, how then I would cry once they got in the step trap. That
just find them randomly outside, like what?
Oh, it's so terrible. I like to talk to the people out once they're under the ground, though, taking a dirt nap. But I don't want to talk to them. Yeah, taking their dirt nap. Yep. That's about all I can handle.
I'm farming in my game, gardening, I guess.
My sister still plays Candy Crush.
Really? I hate that. I hate Candy Crush.
That's the damn stupid.
I tried it, and it's just a predatory thing that you have to pay money to advance.
Yeah, it was stupid because
advance you want to pay money, so
I could never play none of those games because it just took away from my crocheting.
Yeah, I was playing Animal Crossing. I didn't play for like almost a year, and then I don't know. I'm like, I'm back, baby. I like terraforming and my new island. I'm doing heavy
lots of wildlife here.
Productions, because you can sell the vegetables and make bank, especially if you water them. Then each plant will produce 3. Mm-hmm. So you multiply your profits by quite a bit.
I told you about my Nintendo whatever DS that I had a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, like 10 years ago. And it was pink and it was so cute. And I had a couple of games and I wanted to learn Spanish. I wanted to learn Spanish and because I know a little bit, but not enough to get by. So, because I wanted to, when I go to the Mexican restaurant, I wanted to be able to talk fluently like Colin could. Colin said, Mom, you'll never be able to learn that. Just like you said, if I started a YouTube channel, I'd never get no subscribers. Well, I did get a few, didn't I? Anyway, I got it, and I was doing the Spanish thing on it. Had the thing you do the Spanish, and then I tried to play that game. It was those animals, real cute little animals. It was like what a 5-year-old plays or something.
Oh,
I like to figure that out.
that's with the Z, Z. No, a Z. Oh crap.
I don't know what it was. It was the little kitty cats and stuff like that. I was too dang stupid to do that. And then now I used to be able to do the Guitar Hero.
Oh.
You know, we found my guitar not too long ago. Colin had it crammed in his closet. We still have the Wii, and we still have the I have a Wii Fit still all works except for Colin got rid of my Guitar Hero game. Took a load of games with GameStop when you used to get the games, you know, when GameStop was open, but now there's no GameStop here because you do your games completely different. But I guess you could, if there's games, you could still play them on it.
Yeah.
Farmville. No, it wasn't Farmville.
Cat.
I tried Farmville on Facebook or something like that one time. I said, this ain't for me. Didn't have no time to crochet doing Farmville. And then I just never have been a game player. I used to play that when Colin was like 3 years old, Lara Croft. The first one that come out, he had it on Sega Genesis, I think. And I'd try to do that. But yeah, I like the Guitar Hero. I thought that was cool. But that's about all I did. I'm too dumb to play in those games.
Like Breath of the Wild and Animal Crossing was my favorite.
I remember Colin playing that.
The thing is like the
I liked your shorts you had of that, Enid.
What?
I like the shorts.
Oh.
Your Breath of the Wild shorts. Yeah, they were good.
Oh, yeah, it's easy. Like, if I'm playing, I can hit this button on my Switch and it will record. Well, if I just happen, it'll take a picture, but you press it down and there's room on your card, your SD card. Then it'll record a clip. And then you can go in your storage, like the photo video storage, and send it to your phone. And then I just download it save it to my phone, and then upload it to YouTube. Seeing is more complicated than it is. It's actually really easy, but I don't have the wherewithal to live stream from my Switch. There's lots and lots of channels that do that. I don't know how to do that, and frankly, I'm pretty lame at Breath of the Wild.
I remember that. I remember me and Colin playing that stupid Pokemon Go, driving all over town.
Oh, I remember that, yeah. The phone I had at the time, it was too lame sauce to
we liked it.
play that game on it. It wouldn't work.
We liked it for about 2 weeks, and then we didn't like it anymore.
I had like a gym, like a Pokemon gym near my house, and then I had like a place you could go to every day to spin that thing and get the whatever those things from it. And
we used to drive all over town because they would have those spots like you'd see one coming up.
Yeah.
It was like GPS, and you'd see one coming up. And then I remember at the trail, the bicycle trail and the walking trail and stuff, they would have a whole bunch of them over there. People would be all over there. People walking all over the place, but then the university people, they'd be out walking all over the place and running in front of your car and everything else. I was like, this game's going to kill somebody.
There was when that was at the height of its popularity, there was a lot of
come back.
I don't know how much of them were true, but there was tons of them on YouTube. People playing that, trying to get some special Pokemon and find a dead body or some crazy stuff. It was fun.
Yeah, it was crazy. We used to do that, and we thought that was really cool. And well, I did because I'm kind of lame, and I'm old and crazy. And my spandex pants are twisted wrong. I got my panties in a wad. Sorry.
Literally?
Huh?
Literally or figuratively?
Yeah, the leg is twisted. The left leg is twisted, so I don't know how that happened. These are the weirdest things. They're so uncomfortable, but I have to wear them now because I bought them. But they're very uncomfortable to me. They're not uncomfortable. They're too loose. They go all the way up to my boobs. It's like I've got a spandex bodysuit on. Of course, my boobs hang in my belly button, so they don't have to go far. So, But they're just weird. Their left leg is twisted. I'm all dressed in black. Got this t-shirt on that I probably had 30 years ago. I found it hanging in the laundry room. And it's like really 90-ish and dorky looking. So I put it on today just because I could,
Mm-hmm.
Colin comes home from, Kim and Colin run around. They are always gone doing something. And Colin comes in today and he said, "Did you take your shower already?" And I said, "No, why?" And he said, "Because you've got different clothes on." I said, "Well, I had to wash my tops, the top I had on, so I had to get it off."
Mm-hmm.
So at least I got my laundry done. That's a plus. Get that all finished. Is today Saturday?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was Friday.
There's a 2-hour block of time where I can swim laps tomorrow morning. It's just that the weather here is garbage. So, I didn't want to go outside because it snowed more than 2 inches last night.
Jeez.
So, the curtains in my bedroom were kind of not closed all the way, so I could see out, and I see white, and I'm like, "Oh, you've got to be kidding me!" And I get up and look outside, and I'm like, ugh. But the wind started howling, and it was it's only 30 degrees right now, but it's going to be cold in the morning. But
says it's 52 here. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 42 degrees.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for
me.
42.
Right now, it's 50 degrees
Oh,
Fahrenheit.
for God's sake, Alexa.
Tonight, expect a low of 42 degrees.
Okay, shut up, hag.
Holy, it's gonna be 16 degrees here tonight. Overnight.
You better put
that's like January business.
You better put on 2 pairs of underpants and 2 pairs.
There's a chance of snow tomorrow. Give me a break.
What is wrong with this? This is the winter that won't stop.
Well, that's Colorado for you. It's high, and it's high.
Well, it's 50, but I haven't.
Showers Sunday night. Monday, chance snow showers and breezy.
I think we had sun. We had sun today. I didn't go outside today. I think we did. Yesterday I didn't go outside. I ain't been outside for about 3 or 4 days.
I went out to my garage.
I wanted to go on an outing today, but Kim and Colin's been selling everything we got, and they keep selling stuff. They sold the refrigerator and cars and trucks and lawnmowers and all kinds of stuff. So we couldn't go out on an outing because he had to wait for the people to come to get whatever they were buying. And
almost 3 inches of snow. That's crazy. We've already gotten over 4 inches of snow in March, which seems actually not that much, but we're getting close to the minimum amount of snow we need to not have drought problems later.
Nancy, is there snow? Nancy's in California. Is there snow where you're at, Nancy? She's got snow, or she's in California. Nancy is. That snow in California is nuts. But that down in Mississippi, they had that bad tornado there. I think they said that tornado was a mile wide or something. They're still
And
finding people that have passed away. Oh, you're not where the
I
snow
was
is?
looking at the chat.
You're what?
I was looking at the chat. Like, if like in a few months when we hit like 90 degrees, slap me if I complain.
You told me that last year.
What?
And you told me that last year to slap you if you complained.
Oh,
And I didn't slap you because you didn't complain.
oh. Yeah, well, we got air conditioning, so I had far less of a reason to squawk. I mean, if it's real hot out, I just come home and sit in the air conditioning. It feels great. But it was so windy today. The house was drafty. I was just like, I know I'm complaining, but I don't know. It just feels.
I don't
like
know. I don't. In the mountains, there's snow. Yeah. Well, good Lord, Colin, did you give birth to a baby cow in there? You sound like he was giving birth.
It's just
You're
that
making some kind of weird noise.
I did walk to the pool to go swim in 19 Fahrenheit before. So if it's like that, but it wasn't windy that time I did that. I'll just have to just harden up and not and just cough it out because what choice do I have?
You will do it. You will be awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I have
stubborn.
no plans. I have no plans for anything. Absolutely nothing.
It's the walking home that's worse anyway. Because I'm tired after all the swimming and everything. I don't look forward to it. I might actually get my husband to pick me up. Just throw the kids in the car and come and get me, so I don't have to walk home. That would be nice. Because I hate the
Yeah,
walk.
time to come get you. I'm so fat that if I got in a swimming pool right now, I'd probably sink like a submarine.
No, the fat is buoyant.
I know it is.
Float.
That's why I can float. I can float on my back so good because I'm
Yeah, me too.
fat
I
and
have
buoyant.
airbags.
It was so funny because my sister is real skinny, and she can't float on her back. And I said, if you put some weight on, you can do it. But we don't
Yeah,
got to
I've
pull
known
it.
some people they can't. And like I've known people that are really excellent swimmers and they can't float on their backs, and yet here I am floating away on my back like ain't no thing. So I find
God,
this very
I miss my
amusing.
swimming pool. I miss my swimming pool because we had it for at least, 18 years. And I'd love it when Kim and we'd all, and we'd wait till evening to get in the pool, like 6 o'clock or something when the sun went down behind the house because I can't get in that sun. Now, sometimes I went out in the sun, like when I'd clean it in the daytime, I'd go out, but I'd, have sunscreen on. But I had so much fun on that thing. And it was a lot of work. I don't know if I can maintain one anymore. But
Yeah, you have to have the right chemicals in it, and
oh God, only thing I ever used was the chlorine tablets. I didn't put any of the other stuff in there, bromine. And now the first year we had it, I did, and I just used the chlorine tablets and kept the chlorine tablets. My pH was always pretty good. It was, nothing. It was just with the chlorine because it had other stuff in it. But I just remember we had so much fun in that pool. Like the first year we had it, this side collapsed on us. We all ended up out, me and my sisters and our friends, we ended up out in the out in the road. It washed us all the way out in the road because we were all on one side and we just had one of those ones that had the blow up ring.
mm-hmm.
There was a 4-foot one, but then we had the one with the sides. And then I just remember getting out there and cleaning it. And then I usually walk the whole time Kim and Colin were swimming, and it'd make because the water would be like a whirlpool, and all the like little pieces of pine and stuff like that, and cedar that came off our trees that were over the pool, it would just be in a circle in the middle of the bottom of the pool. So you could just take the scooper and scoop it up and throw it over the side. So it was really easy to clean. Hi, Chris. How you doing, honey? But I remember when they would get out at night, I would float on my back until it got dark. Sometimes I would stay out there until 10 o'clock by myself. I loved it. But that was then, and this is now. Now
Well, I have to slap my way to the public pool. which
I went to the public pool. They'd all run scared and thinking the big orca was coming. See me
one of the
later.
lifeguards, they keep training lifeguards like all the time because they have a shortage. And there was one young woman who she's not thin. I don't know how to put it diplomatically. I don't.
Yes.
Nobody looks at me funny. There's plenty of lifeguards there that are overweight, so they don't really look at me because we're all fat and happy. I don't know, fat and sassy.
Little kids always think I'm pregnant. I used to
Oh
insult.
no! Oh
It used
no!
to,
Oh no!
it used to be an insult, but now I kind of like it. It makes me feel young. If a little kid says, "Are you going to have a baby?" You know, it makes me feel young. But I don't know where I was going with that.
Bags.
I don't know where I was going with that. All I know is I used to get in the pool and my boobs floated. And then you get on your that made me feel young too because they were perky again. It's just because they were floating. Hey Becky Boo.
The Lands' End swimsuits, they keep me my airbags under control.
Oh God. My sister
I
said,
have a long torso, so they fit my torso.
yeah, I used to have the tall ones when I'd buy one.
Yeah.
But even when I was young and skinny, I was very self-conscious about my swimsuits. My sister told me, she said, you can wear a swimsuit. This was about 10 years ago. You can wear a swimsuit. A lot of fat women wear a swimsuit. I said, I ain't wearing no swimsuit. And ain't nobody going to look at my fat arms and legs. She goes, well, you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I said, I don't care. You know, we went to the public pool and they wouldn't let me in. You cannot get in the pool with a bra and a shirt and shorts because it could get caught in the things, the filters and things. And I said, I just paid and came in here, so I will swim in my clothes. And they never threw me out because I'd already paid. I told them I had a problem. I had to wear clothing in the pool. So they never said anything to me after I tell them I've already paid. But anyway, my sisters were funny. They put on my sister had a white swimsuit and it had a little skirt on it. And I said, this was about 10 years ago. I said, that ain't no swimsuit. That's a tennis outfit. She said, it is not. It looked like a tennis outfit. And she said, what are you, the tennis police? And I said, no. And my sister said, she's Serena Williams. I said, what? And then my poor sister, when we had her, before we took her pool down, she fell down my stairs. And she went up the steps and anyway, I had to come in the house because this is when I had right before I had my gallbladder out and I was real sick that summer. And I would be in the pool and I'd have to get out because I would have to go to the bathroom. So I came in the house and then all of a sudden I heard him screaming and I opened up the window and my sister was laying on the concrete out on the corner of the pool. We had like these concrete these concrete platform things. And she was laying there and her leg was twisted in the ladder. And my sister was trying to help her from inside the pool, trying to get up the ladder. And my poor sister was laying there and she would have been like, it might not have been 10 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, but she was past 60. So she was all bruised up really, really bad. She went up because my other sister had lotion on and she got the ladder all greasy. So when my sister went up to get in the pool, she fell. I felt so bad for her. And they were screaming, help, Nori, do something. And so I couldn't do nothing. I was on the shitter. And well, I was. And I couldn't help her. I was in there having massive diarrhea.
I felt, a long time ago, I lived in an apartment building, had a swimming pool.
What you doing, Becky?
Anyway, I went to, there was no lifeguard, which that was sketchy, but whatever. So, I swam a bunch, and then, there was steps going out of the pool room that were tiled, and my feet were wet, so I went flying down the stairs.
Yeah.
Keister. And I had the ugliest bruise all up and down my haunch, like, and my
Oh gosh,
it was horrible.
I've
And
done
that
that
was I
too.
got hit by a cyclist when I was running, kind of plowed into me. So that wasn't a good day.
The last year that we had our pool, Becky Bramlett's crocheting on her whips. Gosh, I need to. Oh, I got whips too, and I would never have more than 4 whips, and I bet you I got 10 now. But you're being a good girl, Becky, getting your whips done. My sister sent me a email, and it's Nastasia.com, and she made this. She said, "Oh, there's this really cool lady. I like to watch her, and she don't even crochet. Well, she can, but she doesn't really do it. She don't have time. She watched her grandbaby. And she said, this lady's really cool. She must be new." And I said, messaged her back. I said, "No, that's Nastasia.com. She's been on YouTube for 20 years." And she said, "We haven't had YouTube for 20 years." But anyway, it was really pretty. But I don't need any more crochet blankets because I have 3 laying on my couch right now, 2 on my bed. And plus, I've got a whole bedroom full. I need to get them donated.
Huh.
God, I bet you I've got at least 30, maybe more than that, of blankets. And I've got bedspreads that I made. I made a yellow daisy bedspread big enough for a queen size bed. Used to have to take it to the I made that thing a long time ago. I used to have to take it to, once in the fall, I would take it to the laundromat and wash it in the gentle cycle wash machine every year, you know. But that was for winter. But Jay Kong, how you doing, my friend? That's Jay Kong. Don't drop your link too much, dear. That's good. But yeah, I got so much stuff to finish. And then this blanket, I'm making Angie this owl. And I made long legs and I made a short about it. I cannot get no hits on my shorts anymore. I did on the dog this morning, but I have run out of material. But I made a leg. Hers is going to have funny long legs. Her owl.
I almost typed something that I heard from some cross stitchers, but then I can't.
Your shorts are good, Enid.
Really? What?
Your shorts are really good. They're almost too good.
Ha! That's why I have 609 followers, and like, no, they're not. They're my channel.
No, they're good. They're really good. I'm surprised you don't get. Yeah, but you got some 1,500, 2,000 views. I'm surprised you don't get subscribers. Huh?
Yeah, I get like 1. I'm real happy when I get 1. I'm like, wow, I got 1.
Well, about every fifth video I post, algorithms will pick it up. Mm-hmm. Now, the other day I posted one of Stella, and it was a very, very cute one. It only got like 30 views. And then I posted that one of her this morning. I think it got 800. I'm not sure. And then I posted them stupid little silly goofy ones. And I don't know. But I've only got 3,000 views today for the last 48 hours. But I haven't been putting up very many shorts, you know. But I don't care. I don't care. Not good. Just tired of having them. Becky Boo, I told you I'd make you a cute little bunny rabbit. You got to send me your address though. Miss Annabelle's doing something. She's always a busy woman. Let's see what she's doing.
I want to say the joke, I can't. It's too edgy or too. It's like
Miss Annabelle's live too.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Oh, she did her premiere.
She uploaded that one with Stella absconding with your flosser thing.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to call you, because I was going to tell you what it popped into my head, but you didn't answer the phone. So
Slime Lettuce here. Hello, Slim Let. No, I was actually going to bed about 8 o'clock. I put my earplugs in.
Oh,
and I had Colin turn the lights off, and I was going to go to bed, and then I was sitting there and I couldn't go to sleep, and that's when the phone rang. But I was all the way across the room, so I couldn't rest anyway. So I went ahead and got up and thought, well, I'll do a live. What the heck? Just pop on. But I had a terrible day today. I got really scared. I'll have to talk to you on the phone about that. Yeah, I had a really bad scare. Really bad.
Oh,
Did you see?
oh.
You got Miss Other. Hurry, get that off there. You got Miss Otherwell's premiere going on. Yeah, I got her turned on too, but I got the volume down. Enid left. I should be
Sorry.
back.
I thought that
Yeah,
was.
I got her premiere going too. Her
Is it a
premiere
different
going.
browser? Oh.
Yeah, I got her premiere going too while I'm live. That's okay. I didn't know she was going to do one. But I don't get on here during the day, so I mean I do, but I don't watch people, so I
Mhm.
don't see anything. But I don't know. I talked to Brenda today for a little bit. Brenda Land. I told her to find me some. She finds me all these patterns to do, and then I try to do them, and I can't do them. And it could be the simplest thing because it makes me mad because I don't want to follow directions. With me being, that's right, you got hacked. With me being hacked, I'm afraid to. I've just barely got well, do it on, email me, sugar butt. It's called Becky Sugar Butt. Becky, you got a new name instead of Becky Boo, it's Sugar Butt. Here's my email, Becky Boo. No, you may. I won't tell you what Colin says about my name when I know that ain't my email. It's NORIP at Gmail. For Colin today, Kim was outside yelling at him, and I was saying, Colin, what's the password to my eBay? And he's like, because he remembers it. I don't remember nothing. There we go, Becky Boo. That works. Yeah, I sent you my email, sugar. But yeah, this elephant I think is going to be pretty cute. I'm making Angie. I told her a long time ago I was making her one, so I better get her one made. It's not very tall, but it's going to have long legs. I looked at a picture. I have to look at a picture and do it from a picture because me following patterns like me following instructions for life, which I don't do. I can't follow them. I just have to look at the picture. I'm kind of reread that. You know that word we can't say?
Oh.
I was telling Colin about that, and he was laughing. Yeah, she better not be saying that around her kids. She'll get him. She'll get him kicked because he accused me of making him say that at school. I said I did not make you say that at school, and he got in trouble.
Oh.
It's your fault, Mother. You're the one that said it all the time. I'm like, no, I did not. I was not. I was a teacher. Couldn't say it. And Kim always thought autistic was the same thing as that, and it's not.
That's different.
Mm-hmm. He was, I don't know. I do not know. But it's about your bedtime, Anna.
Not quite.
What's the children doing? They're being awfully quiet. The children.
I think one's in the bath, and I don't know. They're oddly quiet. They're usually squabbling, but it's kind of late. So
it's like they're puppies or something. I think one's in the bath and one's in the.
Yeah.
I don't know where the other one is.
I miss the days when they went to bed earlier than the grown-ups,
Mm-hmm. I need to get me a new eye mask. My eye mask that I put on my eyes when I go to sleep is like all tore up. I need a new one.
Yeah.
Got it written down. We'll try tomorrow to send it to you. Okay, Becky Boo. Becky Boo. I actually did go to some lives today. I forgot. I went for a few minutes, I went to Granny D's.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Granny D was so far behind. There was like 69 people in there. She couldn't get everybody to say hi to. And then I went to Daniel Hayward, that's from the UK. Mm-hmm. He might be from Scotland. Went to his for a little while. And then I don't think I went anywhere else. I think that was it. that was when I was eating my supper. Colin made this delicious salad for supper. It had chicken in it and spinach and lettuce and carrots and peppers, those like yellow and orange peppers, sweet peppers. And gosh, what else did it have in it? Oh, Kim said they were at the store, and Colin's very conservative with the spending. And he said, get this bag of spinach. Your mom likes spinach, loose leaf spinach instead of salad. And Colin said, no, she doesn't like it. And he said, yeah, she does, because when we've got salads before, she always gets spinach salad. Colin was trying to save money by not getting it. Because lettuce, have you seen how much lettuce and spinach like that cost?
No.
It's ridiculous, like $6 a bag.
Wow. What about just a head?
It's expensive too, but they got the salad mix this time. And then yesterday they went, I think I talked to you, I did talk to you since then about they got that food from the senior citizen place. Didn't I tell you about that?
Why does the produce at Walmart's suck? That's what I want to know. Like it's spoiled and it stinks.
It's real good here at our plate where we are.
Not where I am. At least at the Unicorn Mart. The quality of it is just pants. I don't get it.
I like to get it in that vacuum pack. Like the lettuce has got the purple cabbage, shredded cabbage in it, and the shredded carrots in it, and that it's vacuum packed, because that's fresher. But I mean, I know a lot of times we've got just a head of lettuce, like we'll buy that because it is cheaper. But and it's really bad. You have to pull off like 3 of the outer leaves because they're real funky and nasty.
We did get a head of like green leaf lettuce. Is that what? I think that's what it's called. It's super good.
The bok choy?
No, green leaf. It's kind of like really leafy. Like
we grow that in our garden in the spring. It's just like the real loose
stuff, and the quality of that was surprisingly good. It wasn't.
What I do with that is I take vinegar and a little bit of sugar. I have to go pee. So going to go on to bed. Okay, baby doll. Love you, Cynthia. Have a good night, sweetheart.
Good night, Cynthia.
Have a nice pee and a nice sleep.
I'm hitting that age where once doesn't cut it, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go back and it's really annoying. Like I want to go to sleep. I don't want to keep playing the dance. I don't know what's up with that, but I don't like it.
I don't get up and go to the bathroom. I don't have to get up and go pee anymore in the night like I used to.
Yeah, I often don't have to do that. Sometimes, but
I used to. When I was still having the old Aunt Flo, the hated aunt that everybody hates, I would get up sometimes 3 times a night.
Wow.
Not even when she was still coming. She might not be on the train to coming, but she would I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't. And I'm back on blood thinners. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Because of my heart.
Oh.
Because even though they said that they don't, with the CT scan, they don't see any blockage.
Blood thinners. Don't you have a non-clotting disorder?
Yes, but this is a different one they give you, so it won't affect that. But I'm noticing after just a week, I'm starting to bruise really, really bad. Oh. But Stella jumped up on my legs and walked on my leg.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in there to go to the bathroom this morning. Because that's how she does. She walks all over me, and she feels like she weighs a ton. And I was looking at her
figuratively.
Huh?
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, I think she only weighs I think she probably weighs 8 pounds now, at least maybe 8 or 9, because she has gained weight. But she'd been walking on my legs, and was going to the bathroom, and I thought, what are all these blue spots all over me? And that's where she's like their little paw prints, bruises. But I mean, 8 pounds walking on your legs. I mean, 8 pounds is what a gallon of milk weighs. Or is that 16 pounds a gallon of milk weighs? I think it's 8. But anyway, they said they didn't really see any hardening of the arteries, but my blood was moving slower through my arteries or through my heart, because with the congestive heart failure, So this morning I got up and I swept the living room, and just with the broom, I swept the living room and swept under the bird cage, and my heart was beating so fast. It was just like boom, 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 boom. And so I went to the bathroom. I had to go to the bathroom. So I sat down on the toilet, and I just could not quit coughing. And they asked me if I did that. But, of course, I told them no. And Brenda Lynn said she does that, too. She said she can't stand no more than 10 minutes doing her housework. She has to keep taking breaks. And that's how I am, too. And I have a stool. And when I vacuum under the bird cage and vacuum around with the hose, I sit on my little rolly stool. I have a stool just like the doctor's office has, because they're heavy duty for big butts like mine. But anyway, I sit on that stool and vacuum, because I scoot myself around. But I did that, and then when I did my laundry, I wasn't short of breath. But when I was sweeping with the broom, because I wanted to really get the corners, and then I swept everything out in the middle of the floor, and then run the Roomba. But my heart was beating so fast. Nessa's got a mustache on. Nessa, what you got? What? I thought you had that up around your face. I thought you had a mustache on. I was like, what's she gonna do?
What's up?
Hi, I'm covering my mouth because I'm being a good girl.
Well, you don't have any duck to give.
You and Unherited Stitched was have the most fun on the phone, because you girls love to curse. You guys should call each other. You would have a blast.
I am a good girl.
What did you say? No, you and Enid would have a blast on the phone, because you're so much alike. You guys would have a blast.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
We could have a 3-way.
And I'm chaste and pious and
Right, I'll tell you something about myself, okay? Right, this particular day, yeah, my granny bees, husband was making a noise in the background, and he would shut up.
You should.
Right.
You didn't see my Facebook post. Did you see that, Enid?
What?
You didn't see it today? I took it down because
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was not nice. And but yeah, if you two got on the phone together, you'd have a blast. Becky says, got hungry eating cereal with a banana. Yes, cereal is a nighttime snack that'll hold you over till the morning.
Yes. I mean, I'm ambivalent about bananas, but
I'm sorry, I can't stand cereal.
You don't like cereal?
Not
What
even
kind
like porridge.
I love oatmeal.
No, that I can eat.
We had oatmeal a couple nights ago for supper. I love it.
I ate a bunch of Cadbury mini eggs.
You'll have the greasy shit.
Don't get us started. I do not get my granny bee started, okay?
I like to say the S word. Hey, one night me and Enid were so...
I'm trying to say the F, the C, and the B.
Yeah. Me and Enid were so slap happy.
Profanator, but I can say those words in multiple languages, so...
Enid corrupted me. But one night we were slap happy. We had been on the phone for like 4 hours. We were so slap happy. We had the F fest. We skipped the F word, didn't we, Enid? The F word about everything. I was so ashamed of myself.
People with arthritis problems were entitled to use some bad words, I think.
Well, I had to do 200 Hail Marys and I had to say the rosary for forgiveness for so many times. Hey, you got houndstooth shirt or jacket or something on. That's cool. I see houndstooth.
What I'm not do is mutter profanity when I'm swimming, because the last time I swam, my knee screamed at me when I was swimming, and I Like
That's how you paying
it
attention.
flipped out because it was.
You should see Granny Boo's other video. Yeah, her husband was into watching.
Oh, I gotta watch her language.
Yeah, she told him about. Enid has a stalker at the swimming pool, Mr. Prune.
Oh.
You, Enid.
I haven't seen him in a while, but yeah, he has a staring problem, Mr. Prune. And,
He might have kicked the bucket.
I'm gonna not say anything about that, but he has a funny limp. I noticed, so maybe he was harassing some other woman and she broke his leg.
Cannolis. He might have got kicked in the cannolis. Look at Nessa.
Funny.
I'm trying to figure out what she's got on. You can have a houndstooth. Is that your top or is that the blanket? It's houndstooth. I can see it. That's the style. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's houndstooth. See it? I'll make her big.
It looks like animal print to me.
Oh, is it animal print? Hang on. Let me see.
Oh, stars?
No, it is. It's cats.
Oh, hello, darling.
Is that cats? I thought it was houndstooth.
No, that's print. Look, hang on. Let me show you properly. There you go.
Oh, okay. I thought it was houndstooth. Now, don't show us your boobs. We ain't showing.
I am not showing my bubbers.
Your waters?
There would be a lunar eclipse.
I'm not showing my bubbers.
Your poppets?
Yeah.
That what you call them, poppets?
I call them airbags.
No, I just make up names for them every day.
I just call them granny tits on me. They go all the way to the
I'm not showing my big bazoomas.
Because and I've heard that big bazooms before, big bazoomers. But mine's just granny boobs. You know, they just get caught in my zipper and get caught in my underpants and just caught.
It's all right. By the time I'm 40, I'll be using mine as slippers. They don't meet anymore. They've never met in their life.
Well, you know, my niece 10 years ago, she got maybe 15, 16 years ago. She got her nipples pierced, and she said, "Anor, you need to get your nipples pierced."
What?
I'm not. Oh no.
Yeah, she was a teenager. Yeah, she was a teenager. She got her nips pierced, and she told me, "You should go get your nips pierced." I said, "What do you want me to do? Be walking around and get my toes stuck in the earrings and then fall and trip and fall?" I got old lady boobs. I don't want to get my toes stuck in my earrings and trip and fall, you know? That girl had everything pierced. She had her hookah, madaka, mawaka, tears.
Oh, I could get it done.
No.
Oh.
I thought I was pushing it get my navel years ago. I was like, wow, I actually did that? And I was over 30, by the way.
I've got my tongue pierced.
Yeah, I'm not.
Is that sirens at your place, Enid?
Oh, you can hear that?
Yes, I can hear it.
Yeah.
We watched the murder one night at
ambulance or what? And I see the ambulance.
Enid had a ambulance across the street.
That was wild.
That was wild. That was like
the meanie dude house. I think you call him the old jerk. There might have been stronger words for it. There was this mean as a rattlesnake guy who lived in the house. He was just hateful and rude. Woo! Like,
have you seen those people, Enid? Have you seen anything?
Right, and it's been nothing but a drama fest ever since between his adult children and I don't know who else, but screaming fights, threatening violence, and cops showing up there.
Sounds like my house.
And then somebody getting dragged out of there on a gurney, and I still don't know what happened. I haven't talked to Crazy Garden Lady, but I want.
That was exciting that night
because I want to know who that was and why. Because that was wild.
Yeah, why haven't you talked to the crazy old lady? Is she held up for winter or what?
I heard her in her backyard the other day. I'm pretty sure she was in her backyard But she always has all the skating in the dark on all the stuff that goes on the street in the neighborhood, and because I'm just like that was weird, that was crazy. So but I noticed here if one little incident happens, every cop, every fire truck, every ambulance all converge. It's weird.
I can't see what I have to go for first. It's Becky.
I went to like Walgreens or something, and as I was well, you know about my stupid radiculopathy thing. So if I stand for too long, I have to sit down. So I'm sitting on the curb, PO'd because I had to sit down.
On the curb.
I see this cop car go past me in the parking lot, real slow. And I thought, what is he gonna go look for donuts or something? Like, what's going on here? And then he turned around and came back and drove real slow, and I'm like, uh-oh. And then I noticed a whole bunch of cops walk past me, like at least 5 or 6 of them. And then they all converge on this cop car that's parked. And then I noticed they have some guy in handcuffs. And they're patting him on the shoulder and stuff. It's very like, it's not like they have their guns out or anything, but I'm watching this and I was mesmerized. There were so many cops. I'm just like, what did that guy do? Because it looked very casual, but he was in handcuffs. It was really strange.
Speaking of cops, I wonder if Trump made it through his campaign thing tonight in Waco, Texas. Because he's, they're just going to make him, we can't talk about politics too much, but they're just going to make him more desirable to his people. If he gave death, he said there's going to be death and destruction. That's what Trump said.
He needs to be in prison.
Prison.
Yeah, that was weird. I still don't understand why they needed to have like 6 cops and the guy they had in handcuffs was really small. It didn't look like he had any weapons or anything. It was really weird.
Who's your prime minister now, Nessa? Because you had Boris Yeltsin, or whatever his name is. And then
my prime minister, yeah. I'm sorry to say this on your panel. He's a fucking knob. He get more fucking hot dinners than a second-hand dartboard.
Well, you had that one guy, that Boris dude, or whatever his name was, and then they had that lady.
Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our old one, and he was a nut.
He didn't know how to comb his hair. I swear, he was Trump's brother.
Did you hear what he done in lockdown? When we had that full lockdown, he had a party.
Yeah, what a dick.
Well, then you guys got that lady, and then she resigned or whatever. Now who you got?
Now I got a fucking someone called Rikishi or whatever his name is.
What?
He's more of a bigger knob than the last 2. I should be president.
You should. You should be president. You should be the president, the prime minister, and the first lady, if that's what they have. And
because I'll tell them all to fuck off.
Oh, about time somebody did that, really.
If I was president and that, I'd make it all good. But if anyone pissed me off, they'd get a punch in the nose and tell them to fuck off.
And the people that you liked, you could make them cakes.
Yeah.
Right? That worked. Punch the others in the nose and the throat, and then make the other ones cake and say, let them eat cake and let them get the bloody nose.
Yeah. I've got warning sign everywhere. You touch your prime minister's cake, you're fucking dead.
That was Marie Antoinette that supposedly said that. Wasn't she French or something?
I heard that was made up. That she never
said
that
was
fake. I heard that was.
Yeah, that's supposed to be fake.
BS. It's fake news. Also, oh my gosh, Go
Do you know
on.
what made me angry with this president though, right? No offense, yeah, the NHS and all the doctors and surgeons, heart surgeons, brain surgeons out work their ass off 24/7 around the fucking clock, yeah? And he offers them a 5% pay rise. But when the police, yeah, they gave him a 25% fucking pay rise.
Well, that's stupid.
Terrible.
Hi, Monique.
I heard if you call, is it, what's your equivalent of 911? It's 111 or something? 711? I forget.
Yeah, 111 for the NHS and 999 for emergencies.
Yeah, it takes like
NHS,
half
that
an hour
was
for
my-
an ambulance to show up. That seems
You know what?
You might as well hop in an Uber.
Do you know what?
Now, wait.
For all non-emergencies, yeah, they should have 0800 go fuck yourself.
1-800, go stick a band-aid on it. Eat an aspirin.
Did you know, right? No word of a lie, right? The day I went into hospital, I was rushed to the hospital because I had pancreatitis, right?
God, that's
And
almost.
this woman came in the fucking emergency room because she had a broken nail.
What?
You should have punched her in the nose.
Oh no, I told her, I said, if you go down the road, I go walk about 5 minutes, there's some fucking glue in the shop.
Yeah. I mean,
Pancreatitis, you can die from
horrible
that.
to split a fingernail, but I wouldn't go to an ER for that. In fact,
Exactly, all
don't go
because
to ERs.
literally the tip of her nail was broken. It weren't bleeding or nothing.
What in the
And I said,
shit?
oh.
I got my nail
Also-
back, and I just say some
I felt very
words
long.
and turn
I
it
had
back
ran
and
a
stuff
needle.
on it. What
I
the
ran a
hell?
needle from a sewing machine all the way industrial from a sewing
Oh.
machine. I used to do upholstery furniture with my mother-in-law. It went through my middle finger right above the knuckle bone.
Oh.
This big old needle that was about 4 inches long. And my mother-in-law, I told my mother-in-law, I said, I got to quit sewing. And she goes, no, we got to get this cording done because we were making cording like goes around the furniture. And I said, I got to stop. And she looked over and there's blood dripping off the sewing machine table. Oh my God, what did you do? I said, I think I sewed through my finger. I was just like looking at it. I was in shock.
Was
And
it
'cause
thread in your finger too, or just the sewing
It went-
needle?
It was the sewing needle went completely through the finger, right between my middle finger, the flip off finger, the knuckle joint, and then right in that little bone right there. And then you have that top joint. It was right between those two joints. And I was just staring at it. Well, I grabbed an old piece of fabric and because I always had an old piece of fabric because the sewing machine, we had to keep it oiled. It was an industrial sewing machine and I'd use that to keep wiping it off. So I grabbed that. My mother-in-law came over and she goes, we got to get you to the hospital. And I said, no, we don't got to get me to the hospital. I was in shock. And so then I started to panic because it just kept bleeding and it was pouring blood. So my father-in-law, he comes in and he just takes a pair of pliers and he just pulls that needle. Well, it broke off, but it was still sticking up the top and the bottom. And he just pulled it all the way through my finger. And I screamed.
Oh,
Yeah. Our Prime Minister's name is Rishi Sunak.
Well, you don't do that to somebody that's got a puncture wound like that. But he did it real fast. And that's when I went out on him. I passed out. But the doctor said, don't ever. And he knew that, but I think he hated me is why he did it. But anyway, they said, because then it was really bleeding. It's like an arrow when you shoot like a deer, you don't just yank it out, You wait till it's dead to be a little bit humane. But anyway, yeah, I had blood. My mother-in-law had it all over her face. And when I come to and he had it all over his face, my mother-in-law was beating the crap out of him when I came to because she said, why did you do that? He said, but they took me to the hospital and I had to get tetanus shot. I wasn't up on my tetanus shot. But I mean, you never saw so much blood in your life. I was literally sick from it. My brother-in-law, not my brother-in-law, my brother, he got the end of his thumb chopped off. He worked for the railroad and he was out doing something to the end of the train. And this thing came back and chopped off right at the knuckle, chopped off the tip of half of his thumb. And they had to, all the bone was crushed. It was terrible. And he acted like it was nothing. He was going to go ahead and work the rest of the day. And he came up to my mom's house for lunch because he was working out at the end of the road on the railroad tracks. And he was going to go. My mom said, "You have cut your finger off."
Ew.
And he was in the hospital for 9 days because they had
Wow.
to do reconstructive surgery and make up bone and metal and everything. Gross.
That's
And
bummer.
that lady was in emergency and hospital with a broken fingernail. That just makes me plumb mad. I want to go punch her in the throat.
Would you like to see our president? Do I see a picture?
Yes.
Okay.
All right then.
I
Good
thought
luck.
you was the president. I thought you were the
Right,
president.
right, if you got a sick bucket near you, get it now.
He's cute. I haven't seen him yet. He's handsome. Put him back up
He
there.
looks like an idiot though. His
Now
eyes
let me
are
see.
kinda like, "Grr."
He looks handsome.
Yeah, maybe
You
just
don't
put a bit of toilet roll around his face. He'll be even more cute.
He don't look like old Boris Smorkas or whatever his name is.
That guy was wow special. I remember hearing about how he went and like party hardy.
Boris Johnson was so weird looking. He was like
yeah.
he had the Trump hairdo, but he didn't spray it down with hairspray. But his wife was so cute. What'd she do with that old hag? And his hair was.
I don't
What
know.
was up with his hair blowing all the time, loose and looking real stupid?
Boris Johnson had a wig. He had one of those flapper things that looked like a chicken.
Well, like toupee.
A toupee? He had a wig.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he just didn't have good hair grooming situation.
Was Trump?
So you see his hair go like this.
Oh,
Go
that
like Donald Trump.
His
Donald Trump has a comb over.
I don't like Donald Trump.
that guy.
Donald Trump is like we don't. None of us like him.
here.
If he gets president again, if they do not find him,
pretty much sums it up.
if they do not find him guilty of this stuff, he is guilty of everything.
Biden.
Well,
I'm gonna
before that Rishi, we had a female one, right? But
What, Margaret?
she couldn't handle the demands and stuff. So
Got
literally
delayed.
after 2 months, she pissed off.
I like it when you guys say pissed off. So, okay, Margaret Thatcher, she was like the prime minister for how many thousands of years?
Oh,
She died finally, didn't she? And
Yeah.
then who was Churchill before Margaret Thatcher, or was there people in between?
Whoa, looking at somebody in between. It's
Churchill was-
slightly.
Well, I know Margaret Thatcher was back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, wasn't she? And then who was before Margaret Thatcher? And then there was Churchill. He lived for a long time.
yeah.
I can't remember. Nessa ain't telling us. She just won't tell us.
We had
Just don't-
Tony Blair as well. Tony
Blair, yeah.
freaking Blair.
Yeah.
Was he that
Right.
bad though? Wasn't he kind of?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what do you
He
think of?
was.
Oh wait, yeah. Wait, I remember.
Are you liking King Charles? Are you liking King Charles as the king?
He hasn't been officially crowned. has
Hi,
he?
Charlie.
I didn't think the queen, how old was she?
Oh.
98?
He's being crowned king
Oh, did they do
in
his,
1 week's time.
Oh.
yeah, they did his
What? Are we
ceremony and
on
everything.
YouTube?
I'm going to
Yeah,
stand there and go, God save the Gary Lineker.
What?
That stupid, ugly,
What?
stupid,
Camilla?
ugly, the stupid, ugly.
Did you know he's
wife.
got a secret child?
What?
He what?
Yes, Google it. Honestly, go on Google and Google it. Yeah, Prince Charles has got a secret child.
Like a
Well, I got a
Yeah,
secret.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Oh wait.
Well-
oh wait. No, I
Seriously?
there was a guy in Australia saying he's a royal, but or something like
He
that.
always did love old Camilla, didn't he? She's ugly.
Yeah.
and
Secret son. Yeah? I listened to him.
Oh God! I cleared in my fence. Holy cow!
Was it Camilla's child?
Yeah, Camilla's. Apparently they had him when he was seeing Diana. He had
They
an
had a love
affair.
child?
No,
Oh,
They have a
man,
love
I
child?
dog.
Does he got
Yeah.
the big ear? Does
and
he look
apparently
like?
they paid him a lot of money to keep his trap shut.
Does he look like William
So he
Prince
looks like one.
or Prince
I've
William?
got a picture up.
He used to be so cute, but I think Harry's the cute one.
Huh?
Do you know what? I love Prince Harry
Me too. I love Harry.
because he does so much. He even was the first one to announce the emergency helicopter we've got,
Yep.
and he even flew in that helicopter.
I like Harry because I'm partial to redhead. I like redheaded kids.
His name
I have
is Simon Charles Durante.
The illegitimate
Camilla's kid?
offspring of what?
Yeah.
I think I heard that or saw that on
Yeah, it
something.
sounds familiar. Wasn't it proven that he was mistaken or something?
But that's not the best part. Apparently, he also has a secret daughter.
What?
I'm his secret daughter. I'm young enough
Yeah,
to be
I'm
his daughter.
Prince Charles' daughter. I speak perfect English, and I like tea and crumpets. If I was his
He
daughter,
is-
mate, I'd smack him.
He is whack. He's a whack job.
Yeah, no.
I miss Princess Diana.
Not related to,
But yeah, what was it? He apparently it was in the news that he
Well,
exposed.
Apparently, we don't like
Prince
our
Charles.
countries. We don't like our country leaders. Apparently, do we, girls? Oh, jeez.
It's like
I'm not
We
so
had-
worried about the Prime Minister of Canada.
Oh, he's sexy. I think
I think he's a jerk.
he's good. Look, he looks good though. What am I saying sexy for? I'm old enough to be his grandma.
No, you're not. I think he's older than I am. You're not even old enough to be his mother. So
I'm old enough to be your mom. If I would
from
have had
the 6th of May. The 6th of May is when Prince Charles is going to become king and be crowned.
Oh, I thought he was already crowned.
And I'm going to stand there with my fingers up in the air.
which fingers?
Nope.
Those ones she's middle finger she's got on both hands. I was laughing at us. Oh, we're so silly.
I say it how it is. That's how I am.
I think I've lost my mind. I'm looking at that. Oh, I just scrolled up my phone and I saw Ness and I thought, who is that live? And it's me. I can't believe that Charles prefers Camilla over Diana. I know, and that Camilla, she's ugly in a mud fence.
I love Diana. I love her. She does everything.
Well, obviously, Camilla didn't have no morals, and she's probably just a freak in the
I
bed.
punch her
And
in
I'm
the
just
face. Our new £1 coins and 10p coins and 5p's are going to have Prince Charles on them.
Well, you know, Camilla probably was a freak in the bed, and Charles was kind of a
But there's one problem. How the fuck is he going to fit his ears on him?
Teeth and back.
Can you imagine that? He's going to be on a coin like this. They're going to have to turn him to the side.
I'm having a stroke over here laughing.
Great.
I'll be honest. Hi, Charlie.
Breathe. I can't breathe. Where's my hand? On the coin, how they gonna fit his ears on?
Seriously, he's on a coin. They put his face on a coin. They're like, "Ooh, we can see your ears, but where's your fucking face?" I would spend it. I'd fucking give it back to the bank.
Canada money.
They're gonna have to do a
That
side
is
view.
mind bleep.
Oh
My whole life, the entirety of my life, that when I
I don't want to know my coin.
the queen's face is all over everything. This is bizarre to me.
Apparently, he's going to do a photo like this.
Oh,
Yeah, he'll do something like that.
But all you're going to see is his ear.
They're not going to be able to do it where he's 3-dimensional. He's going to have be on the 10 pence like the queen, just complete side view. But he's, I mean, why didn't they get that boy's ears pinned back?
I don't know.
They must have pinned him back, but the fucking thing's just flopped out again, going, Pah!
He reminds me so much of my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law's from Greece.
Oh.
My brother-in-law, Prince Charles, so much.
His
They look
coin,
about the same.
his coins come out in apparently April. I don't want them. I'm giving them back and changing them for a note.
Imagine.
Because imagine you handing someone a coin with him on it. They'll be like, well, where's his face?
I like those
I
cool.
put it on there, but they see his ear.
I like your money though because it's really cool looking at us. That
You want to see it? I've actually
the notes
got
are like that plastic kind of stuff. You can wash it in the wash machine. It doesn't even affect it, does it?
no. It's like so literally you can try and pull it, and you can try and rip it. It won't rip.
Can you cut it with scissors? Not that I want you to cut up your money.
Face off.
Yeah, you could
I'll
cut
cut
his
his face off and I'll put me on there.
Yeah, there you go. You could do that. I'm not trying to get you to cut your money out.
And then you'll see me on the news get arrested.
Yeah, for the facing money. That's right.
I'll give you all shout outs. I'm like, hi, Granny B. Hi, everyone.
Hello, it's Nessa. Hey, there's our friend from YouTube. She's been arrested over in the UK. She's going to jail for 25 years. Oh, God.
Oh, God, I've never liked him.
One of my friend's granddaughter, they named her Camilla. And when she named her Camilla, I said, no. I said, what'd they name her? And she said, Camilla. And I was like, what? She goes, don't be getting all upset and thinking Prince Charles.
My brother.
If they named a boy, I was freaking out. I thought they'll have her son will have because he's from the UK.
My brother is called Samuel Charles.
Prince Charles. But no, I thought if they have a boy and they name that boy Charles, I'm going to just throw up.
Well, I double checked with my mum. I said, you didn't have an affair with King Charles, did you? She said, no. I said, oh, good job.
Oh, God. Oh, hilarious.
Oh, no. Apparently, he's coming to where I live. And that, because he's doing a surprise appearance. I'm just going to stand there with a fucking banner going, wanker.
You remember when you called me a pikey? And I didn't know what it was?
Yeah.
Nessa told me this was hilarious. She told me I was a pikey one night. So I didn't know what a pikey was. So they didn't tell me. So I have to listen. So I happened to be watching those the show about the gypsies, and they were calling them pikeys because they live in trailers. And I said, that damn Nessa, that's why
shots fired.
Because the gypsies live in trailers.
You should have seen her face. She looked at me like, what?
I was like, what's a pikey? And then I watched that and I saw what a pikey was. I thought, I'm going to kick her little ass.
But I mean, called it TWAT. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I think that's worse.
No, a pikey is a gypsy. They live in trailers. And Nessa called me a pikey.
I know what a traveler is.
Traveler, yeah. Traveler, but they call them
a politically correct term.
They get fighting mad, those gypsies, those travelers. They get fighting mad when people call them pikeys. But I love to watch them. I love to watch those gypsy weddings because
Alright, I'm going to show you a picture, yeah, of our new coins that are coming out. Watch this. Prince Wanker on coins.
Wait, are they gonna fit the crown over his head with those elephant ears that he has?
Yeah, how are they going to put a crown on his head with the elephant?
Oh my god! Look at this! Fucking hell!
Blimey.
We've all been pikeys at one time or another, Becky said.
I am not walking around with that.
Oh my God,
What
that's
in
ugly.
actual? What the?
You try to hand that money to a shopkeeper, they'll give you. Listen.
If I go in the shop to try and hand that, they can nick me.
I'm gobsmacked.
If you try to hand that to a shopkeeper, they'll just give you the stuff for free. You could
hang on a minute. No, that's wrong. They made his ears too small.
Nessa,
I'd be less shocked if they put Henry VIII on there. You know what I mean?
you didn't hear what I said. I said if you try to give that coin to a shopkeeper, they'll give you your stuff for free. You could hold up the bank with that coin. It's ugly.
That's really wow.
I would not put that in my pocket.
Wow. Dang.
Well, I mean, I got a triple chin. He just looks like he has a double, but he has jowls. His jowls look like a bulldog. Poor old Charles.
Kinda
He's
up
got
there in age, I think.
well. How
Oh my god. He's going on £2 coins as well.
how old is he? 80? How old is he?
I think he's 70-ish. I don't know.
How old is he, Nessa? Alexa, how old is Prince Charles?
King Charles III is 74 years old.
74. King Charles, she said. I said Prince. He's
No,
74.
say Wanker, then they'll get what you mean.
Geez, he's only 14 years older than me. See, I am an old lady.
He's old enough to be my father.
He's
But
old
not
enough to be my brother.
grandfather.
He's old enough to be my brother.
No way.
Bonkers.
Our Nessa's noise nurse.
Oh, this will make me squeamish. They want to put Camilla on a coin.
Oh God, no! That's even worse than King Chippy or whatever his name is, Charlie or King Charlie or King Chuck. I'm gonna start calling him King Chuck. You know, Chuck is short for Clark.
King up Chuck.
King up Chuck. Face orange, raised eyebrow. King Chuck.
This thing is so dumb. It doesn't recognize emoji. It tries to.
Yeah, it does it. That's StreamYard. I know. He's just a little older than me, like Boo says. Yeah, he's not too old, but.
What the fudge packer?
But
What the?
Packer? I haven't heard that one in a long
That is,
time.
What the fudge packer?
I don't know though. I
seen
think not having the queen on money is the problem. It just looks weird. I don't think
I think
they
the
could
queen
have
was
done it any
beautiful.
way that it wouldn't look weird to me.
Are they recognizing her as queen or
British money,
queen
not
consort?
Canada money, but
Is she the consort, the queen consort, or the queen? Are they recognizing her as queen?
Crikey.
I think she's queen, isn't she? Or
Who?
court
No,
consort.
I
or
don't
something.
think Camilla.
No, did you hear? Camilla wanted to be queen, right? But because she's not royal blood,
Right.
and that she has no entitlement.
No. Consort.
She's his consort or something like that.
Yeah, consort. Mm-hmm.
If she became queen, we'd definitely be screwed.
Yeah. Is she considered a duchess? What or countess? What is her title?
She thinks she's bigger and better than everybody.
I think she's just.
Did you
Yeah.
know
Chamberlain.
the day Diana died, she actually celebrated?
Oh yeah. She was just waiting to get in there.
Yeah.
So is she the consort, or does she
No.
have like a title? Does she have like a title?
No, she's not allowed a title.
Oh, because she's not. Yeah. So just like Now, Kate had. She had some. What was she? God, you realize how well he's
I
74.
can't remember
So
if is it
he's
lazy or
consort or jester. Becky said. um, okay, so who farted? If he's 74, he won't live that long. Hopefully, he won't live to be as old as
do you
his
know
mother.
what I do hate? I hate that Meghan.
Meghan Markle.
She,
I liked her when she was before she married. I don't like her either. I liked her in the movies when she used to be a Hallmark movie star for Hallmark
Yeah.
movies. William, I couldn't believe he married her.
No, me either.
It's Harry.
She's.
I mean, Harry. I'm sorry. Harry's just. I couldn't believe he married her because I just always loved Harry. I just always thought he
Did
was.
you hear what the Queen done? The Queen turned around, right? And so basically, if Meghan didn't
Meghan's a
meet the
crybaby.
standards and follow the rules, and that she would be banished from Buckingham Palace. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened.
Right, exactly. And she should have to follow the rules, and she didn't want to because she thought she was an American princess.
Yeah.
But she was a spoiled, rotten baby, is what she was. Spoiled, rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care for her as a.
No, I don't. I don't.
But
It's like I one interview. I done an interview with Piers Morgan. Right? Yeah.
Look what Becky said. Look what Becky said.
He is. I agree. I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, it's true. She
Did you know? Yeah, he done an interview with Piers Morgan, and she was there as well. Right? He had his hand, and they were holding hands, and you could tell she was trying to grip his even when he started talking. And I thought, if I was there, mate, I'd just knock you out on live camera.
Well, for one thing, I don't like her nose. I think her nose is ugly, and I think she needs.
Don't you think she's bigger and better than everybody else?
Yeah, she's. I don't think humility is something she's capable of.
I
just think she's adorable and the cutest thing ever. I always did like him the best. And I remember
Have you seen what she's been buying with Harry's money?
Yeah, I watched all those videos.
Yeah.
When she's little, when Diana when the boys were little and Diana would have to go on trips and she was such a loving mother and went on those.
Did you notice with Diana, she wasn't dressed like diamonds, any of that shit. She was just herself.
And they made fun of her because she wasn't. They made fun of her. The royal family made fun of her because she wasn't real graceful.
Yeah,
but she was real tall, and it's hard to be graceful when you're tall. And she was shy, and she didn't hold her head up high. Because she was shy, and I don't blame her for having lovers. They were divorced. It was she could have all the lovers she wanted. They were divorced.
Did you know Diana went to Africa, right? And she got all school supplies. She got them 3 water fountains. She got them clothes, shoes, food, and that medication imported, everything. She was awesome.
I still remember what I was doing when it came on.
And I think Charles killed her.
Oh, I think they did. I think the royal family did. And I'll never forget what I was doing when it came on to the special report that she'd been in a fatal car. Well, she wasn't dead yet. She didn't die until the next morning or whatever.
Yeah. I think they killed her because they didn't like how she was.
Yeah, and because they said the paparazzi was following her, but I think that they did it. But how
did he know they were following her before it happened?
Right, exactly. But the Queen, the day of the funeral, the Queen, I really don't think the Queen had anything to do with it. In my heart, I don't think she did.
No.
I don't think she did, and a lot of people accuse her of having something to do with it. I just think it was all Charles. I really do. Because she was really sincere with tears in her eyes, and those weren't fake tears when she gave that speech the day of her. But I remember Kim and I were watching television, and it was nighttime, and it was like 9:30 at night, and it came on the news. I couldn't believe it.
It's like some of them bad mouth the Queen, but and that
Yeah.
she did some like funny moments, and that with Harry, and you know, she just seemed like the normal granny to me.
Everybody loved her.
Yeah.
Queen. Everybody loved the Queen. Everybody loved
Yeah.
Diana. I remember they had that funeral and her brother got up there and spoke, and I was about lost it. And I think that Harry looks like her brother, like Diana's brother. He has the
Yeah.
red hair. And I remember he got up, and that funeral was so freaking sad. I sit there crying my eyes out.
But did you know Charles tried to say that Harry wasn't his, but then they had a DNA test and it
Yes.
proved that he is.
And he just looked like her side of the family. Her brother had the red hair, like, yeah.
But I think Charles resents Harry because he's so like his mum.
And William was kind of, I don't know how true that movie they had a movie on about when he
Netflix.
was, on the Netflix about William and Harry getting in that argument and stuff about Meghan. But from whether it was the actual words they said to each other, but man, William was pretty hateful. I was like, dang, you know. And I always just thought he was just, he was adorable, but I guess her and Kate got along pretty good, didn't they? Didn't Kate and Meghan get along pretty good?
I don't know.
I thought they did.
No, Prince William and his wife, and basically on one occasion, and this is when Meghan was first introduced to the royal family, she broke 7 rules.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I remember reading about that and seeing that. Well, you know that when I watched the Queen's birthday celebration they had, I did not know, and I mean I follow them, I watch them, see it. You know, I did not know that I didn't know who that little boy was, and I didn't know that they had their 3 kids. I thought they only had the boy and the girl. I didn't know they had 3 kids, and he was hilarious. He was making all those faces and doing all that stuff. He was the cutest little thing. It's like, that's hilarious. But I did not know. I called my sister and I said, who's that little boy that's right there by him? Is that like a nephew or something? She said, no, that's their kid, stupid. And I was like, I didn't know they had 3.
Yeah.
Now, what's his name, the little one? Let's see. What's the little one's name? The little boy, he was cute as he could be. He was making
I can't remember his name now.
all those faces and stuff, and those planes went over, and he was putting his fingers in his ears and screaming, and the Queen was patting him on the head. I was laughing my head off. It's adorable. And then that little girl, what's her name? The little girl, Charlotte. She was
Charlotte.
kept getting on to both the big brother and the little brother, both real bossy. Like,
you know, he originally wanted to call her and that Diana.
Oh, really?
But Charles wouldn't allow it.
No, because they'd probably make him have an even more guilty conscience.
Exactly. Can someone just go and punch him, for God's sake? Put his ears in place.
I remember Princess Di, after she passed away, all these places made the ring like a replica of her sapphire ring, and I sold Avon at the time, and they were making replicas of the ring, and those rings were $49.99. They were sterling silver, but I still have mine. It is pretty. I mean, it's just fake stone or whatever. It's actually topaz, sapphire topaz. It's a real topaz, but that's a cheap version, cheap stone. But they're worth like $500, $400 or $500 now. And I have one of the actual one from Avon. Hi, Lucas. Coming up. Oh, you can keep those ads. I really need to get off here though, because my husband, before he gets mad at me.
All right, Granny, I better get some sleep. That's like 5:15 in the morning.
Good night.
Oh my God. You better get in there, get some sleep, and act like you've been sleeping.
Okay. All right. Nice to see you all. I'll see you soon.
And Enid needs to go to bed. Okay, you better. Are you going to bed, Enid?
I'm waiting for my Apple Watch to charge to 100, and then I'm done. It's at
Lucas, what you doing, kiddo? Yeah, I need to get in there with
It's an
him.
85% charge.
I need to get off here before Kim gets mad.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a day. We had an incident here.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and it involved the puppy dog.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Wasn't very nice. So I'm fairly upset.
Sorry.
Fairly upset.
Hey, Lucas.
But anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna get in there and brush my toofers and all that. Lucas, I love you. Thank you for coming in, darling. We've been on here 2 hours and 16 minutes, but it was fun. But Nessa's a hoot.
I probably said a bunch of shocking things. Oh well.
Huh?
I probably said a bunch of shocking things. Oh well.
No, nobody's here but us. We're cool, man. All right, well, I love you. And thanks to everybody that's watching. Remember, when you come to one of my lives at nighttime, it is adults only because we may say some shocking things. We won't get real shocking.
True.
We could get even more shocking, but we won't.
No,
But I'm gonna,
I was
You
heavily
could-
controlling myself.
I have got a rash. I've
Oh,
got a
really?
rash. It's on my chest. It just keeps itching. I don't know what it is. It might
Put
be
some
this.
hydrocortisone ointment on that.
Yeah, no. Lucas says that is right. Like talking my hole into the hotel room.
What?
Yeah, taking my hole to the whole room. Oh God,
Beg your pardon.
I don't think you were here that night, Enid.
Oh,
Anyway, Enid, you have a good night. Everybody that's left in the chat, I love you. Thanks for lurking. Just don't be jerking. No, I'm just kidding. It's Saturday night. Saturday night.
you give me an
Okay.
ass attack. Oh,
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
okay.
Call me about. Oh, you eat supper. Let's see. When it's 7 o'clock.
Like 6 o'clock. But can I
If you
call
can
you just
call-
for a minute and tell you the thing that I have a burning desire to tell you? The thing that popped
Well,
into
call
my
me
head.
tomorrow.
when I
You can
watched
call me
your
tomorrow.
show.
You can
Oh.
call me tomorrow in the morning, early time, because they go to
forget.
church.
Oh, I'll forget by then because I'm stupid.
What you want to call me now?
Yeah, just for a minute, just so I can tell you
Okay.
it because I'll die because I'll forget.
Okay.
My brain is like mush.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, I gotta go pee and grab my cortisone cream because my chest is all like whelps, big whelps.
ouch! You need hydrocortisone ointment.
Yeah, because I think it's my nerves. But anyway, okay. Call me now. Bye,
Okay,
everybody. Thanks for coming. I
will.
appreciate you.
Good night. Good night.
Bye,
everyone.
Lucas. Bye, everybody. Night, night.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye.
Mwah.